Have you ever been rejected, where your goals and dreams were put down by someone? It's happened to me numerous times. Therefore, I want to share with you how I removed myself from these shadows of rejection and how you can too. By doing so, we can live a more fulfilling and impactful life. As I was flying back from Las Vegas yesterday, I had a perfect view of the terrain below me. It was a first-class seat, and it was about an hour after sunrise, so that golden hour was still in play, and I was on the side of the aircraft facing the sun. And as I looked down across the terrain below, I could see the city of Las Vegas sort of disappearing off to the east, and then all the desert and mountains approaching from the west. And I got caught in this thought process of things that I've accomplished in my life because of the naysayer, because of the person or persons who said things like, "You will amount to nothing," or "That will never work out," or "You're a fool for chasing after that goal." Have you ever had those sorts of messages said to you? Maybe not directly, but indirectly, like with condescending body language, where the message is there, but the words aren't. But you can tell that that person or persons are rejecting you, your idea, your dream, your ambition. I finished my master's degree at Johns Hopkins University at the age of 45. When I was 18 and applied to Johns Hopkins, they rejected me, and the letter was really cutthroat. I remember it as a teenager being decimated when I got that rejection letter. Yet, I got accepted at the age of 41 many years later, and it was sort of funny when I graduated. I mentioned it to the dean. And, it was that rejection from that university so many years prior that propelled me to prepare myself to one day be able to go back. And I did my graduate work there. And I graduated with a 3.93 average, so I felt good about that. And there's been many other things that I've accomplished in my life that happened because someone told me, "You can't do it," or "You won't be able to accomplish this." I see life in two different frames of view. One is the loser, the other is the closer. The closer is the person that takes a task and finishes it, completes it, closes it. So if you start something, you finish it. I started a book in 2010. I finished it in late 2011. It went on bookshelves for sale, Barnes & Nobles and Amazon on March 17th, 2012. It's still for sale today. Did it ever make the bestseller list? No, I think the highest it ever got was number 22. But I started it and I finished it. When you look at life this way, it all can start from the moment you wake up by making your bed. I do it every day. I do not leave my condo until my bed is made, because it's a sense of accomplishment. You've done something. It sounds so trivial, making a bed, but it changes your thought process. It rearranges what's going on in your mind. So sit back and think about the thing that you want to do, but you've had that person, maybe it's a spouse, a sibling, a friend, a coworker, a fellow student, or it could be many people that are telling you, maybe directly or indirectly, that you cannot accomplish this, whatever it may be. I had someone laugh at me when I said I was going to start a YouTube channel. They literally burst out laughing. Well, here it is. I started it, and now it's a reality. And just last week, I was named on a board at Stanford University for their Center for Integrated Facility Engineering. I never would have imagined 20 years ago that the guy that couldn't even get into a lot of colleges besides Johns Hopkins, believe me, I got lots of rejection letters when I was 18, would one day be on a board at Stanford University. It didn't happen because I had this primrose path. It happened because of people that told me I would amount to nothing. That was the jet fuel. That's what propelled me. And that all came into my mind as I was flying over that western Nevada landscape. You see, I was in Las Vegas not to gamble because I don't like gambling, and I wasn't there to see a show. I was there at the Tableau conference. Tableau is software used for data visualization. There were 27,000 people at the conference this year. It was overwhelming. And I felt so honored to be there and to contribute to that event. But none of that would have happened if I didn't have the naysayers. If I didn't have those people 10, 15, 20, 25 years ago telling me, John, you will fail. You will amount to nothing. It's actually what got me to where I am. And it can help you. But here's the simple axiom. Here is the simple thing you need to do. Start something, I don't care how small it is, and close it. And do it well. Far often, we're trying to do 10 or 15 minute tasks instead of focusing on one thing and making it good, making it the best we can do. Not perfection. Perfection is the enemy of the essential. That's an Obama quote, and I love it. I don't chase after perfection with these videos that I'm putting up on YouTube, but I make them as best I can because I love it. I love creating music, I love creating a story, and I like to synthesize all that together and hopefully inspire someone out there who may be just like me. When I was 15 years old or 20 years old, I can think back to all those milestones when people looked me in the face and said, you will fail, you will amount to nothing. I had worse things than that said to me. Maybe you have too. But just go and get a piece of paper and write this statement down. I choose to accomplish the things that I have dreamed of, and I will close them. Think about people that climb mountains. You don't generally get paid to climb mountains. It is absolutely grueling to do. I'm a runner. I have been running religiously for the last 7 or 8 years. I run about 20 to 25 miles per week. I don't get paid to run. I don't get any monetization from it, but I love it because I try to push my body harder and harder and harder and keep it fit. I get something out of that. I start the run, I finish it. If I'm going to do a 5K, I try to do a little bit more. If I'm going to do a 10K, I try to do a little bit more. I've always had this rule, just add 10% when you're about to finish your workout. Just add 10 more percent. If you do 20 push-ups, add 2 more, 10%. If I run a 5K, add 10% more to the distance. That 10% rule has proved invaluable in my life, and it can for you too. So, if you have a naysayer that are giving you those messages, well, just smile, take it in, and then go out and close it. Don't let excuses get in the way. Excuses are not obstructions. They're two different things. Obstructions are, well, they're like big boulders in the way. You just have to find a way to go under them or around them or over them. Excuses is the cop-out. That's the simple, hey, I'll just bow out of this. I can't run a marathon because I'm 40 pounds overweight. That's an excuse. The obstruction is, yes, maybe you're too heavy or not fit enough, so then you train for an additional 6 months. Then you get around that obstruction. Or, well, I couldn't get accepted to Johns Hopkins at the age of 18. Fine. I worked my tail off, got to where at the age of 41, that obstruction was taken away. They accepted me, and I graduated in the top of my class in 2011. Turn the excuse into an obstruction that you can get around, and you will see amazing things happen in your life. And I'm a testament to that, because believe me, there are still people today that tell me, in maybe more subtle ways, that you're going to fail at this. You're not going to be able to pull this off. That's the jet fuel. That's what gives you that lift. That's what gives you that momentum. So until next time, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I try to do a new video every week. And if you like what I'm saying. If it means something to you, please put that in the comments. I like to read them. And if you have any suggestions for topics, I'd be happy to take that on. The next video is going to be about minimalism, the 5 myths of minimalism. Say that real fast. 5 myths of minimalism. That's the next video. Until then, you take care. Bye-bye.